Do you ever feel like, when you have 2 gigs as a working DJ, normally on like a Sunday, you do a brunch spot and then you go and do your night spot. You have 2 flyers to promote. Everyone knows you got 2 gigs, especially the people that know that you're going somewhere after. You ever feel like they're trying to fucking kill you and sabotage your next gig?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm going to send this guy over there fucked up. He's not even going to be able to DJ. Shots.
And then you're like, the first one, you're like, all right, I'll do a shot with you. You know what I'm saying? And then by the third one, you're like, fuck it, I'll do another shot. And then next thing you're like, how many shots have I done? I got another 4 hours of DJing?
Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to do that right now? You're 100% right.
I think a lot of times it comes from that first place being a fucking asshole, the entertainment director or the manager or whoever's booking you and knows you're going to the next spot, who's like a little bit kind of salty that you took 2 gigs and they're like, I'm going to fucking show this guy.
I don't know if it's them. And it could be.
It's them.
I don't know.
No, yeah, it's them. I know that.
But I think I don't think it's like a real set. I'm trying to I feel like we've done that to someone though. At another place.
I mean, Jesse Seeley is the poster child for that.
Yeah.
You know that,
but the manager was the one that would get it, not us.
The manager knows. He's like, I know that Jesse has 3 more gigs after this. I'm gonna be the one that fucks him up and ruins it for everyone.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, damn, Jesse. Jesse is like he's like Jesus for DJs. He took that upon him so we wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah. Shouts to Jesse Seeley.
Shout out to Jesse.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so...
Let's do it, baby.
All right. Welcome back. We got the kid back with us. Last week we missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too.
The riveting Chris Amez was on. Did you watch the episode?
I saw the highlights.
That's a no.
No, I mean...
The answer would have been no.
I saw the important part.
The answer would have been no.
Yeah, that'd be no.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, if you got the day off from work, do you watch the cameras from home?
I saw someone post something today that said, if you work more than you get paid, you will get paid more than you work.
That was Elon Musk.
Was who that was?
That's an Elon Musk quote, and I agree.
Rich.
No, he says if you work, he's rich, right? No doubt. I mean, the guy's got work ethic. I won't take that away from him. However, watching the podcast I wouldn't really equate that to work.
Oh, I don't know. Could go either way. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm just saying, take what you want, leave the rest.
And what I wanted was the highlight. And I saw it, and it was great.
No. We're back. Episode 24, Strategy and Dolo Show, presented by the Club Killers.
Shout out to Mixcloud, if you're watching live right now.
Yeah, people do that? Do people still use that website?
Yeah. If they want to hear DJ Dolo's radio hottest mixes.
Are you on Mixcloud?
Yeah, I'm on Mixcloud. What? Yes.
I thought you were on Spotify.
The kid is on. Well, I got taken down off Spotify for copyright infringement. And
did you get charged for that?
I didn't get charged.
Did they tax you for that?
No, they just fucking took my music away from the people.
What happens if one day they decide we're going to go back through the log of everyone that infringed and we're going to charge them?
I'll be in Mexico, chilling.
Yeah.
I don't even. Let's not even talk. Why would you even speak that?
Are you shook now?
No, I'm just. I mean, like, that's such
my boy Davis caught a fucking fine for downloading a torrent, a movie. I think Paramount Pictures, he owed him like $700 or something because he got caught downloading a movie on his university Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I remember when they were cracking down on everybody with that shit. But that was, that's the movie biz. It's different than the music biz. And we're doing it different. Like, I'm promoting the artist. When I would drop Essential Heat, I'm putting out artists, new music to the people. And it's just a snippet. I'm like quick mixing. So I'm like a verse and a hook, maybe 2 hooks.
Well, here's something to think about. What happens when Serato, that has now merged with Beatport, right? And they're doing like the stream your music instead of download it thing. What happens when that completely takes over so that the artists and record companies can keep 100% track of what all the DJs are playing every night so that they can pay accordingly.
Do you think this is good? Wait.
I know that this is happening.
I know it's happening, but I'm saying, like, do you think that streaming capabilities are to the point where you would trust a service where you have to stream the music?
Well, the whole thing is like the same way that I can download a podcast or anything off of Spotify to be saved onto my phone in Spotify and listen to it on an airplane when I have no service. It's the same thing with Serato.
Okay.
You could download right now it's 1,000 tracks.
But anytime you connect to the internet, it's going to automatically upload the data from your last DJ set. Okay, I get it. All I know is I'm going to owe Drake a lot of money because...
Well, it wouldn't come out of our pockets.
Well, okay. Well, would the money go back? Or are you saying that, okay, this Beatport would pay the money to them for you?
Yeah, so I think it would be, instead of subscribing to like a record pool, you'd probably be subscribed to Serato, Beatport, whatever this thing is, $30 a month.
Yeah.
And that money is what gets allocated to pay artists.
I mean, it's only right. I mean, I'm not against it. I'll say because it is fair for the artists to get some money for. I mean, we get paid money to play their music. I mean, I know it's one hand washing the other because you're also putting their music out there and then people go home and listen to it on Spotify, whatever. But I don't. I mean, if it's out of my hands, I don't give a fuck. But if I have to pay for that service, that kind of sucks because I feel like because think about like when they show UFC at the bar, right? They have to pay per screens that they're using.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to have to pay a bigger service fee if you work in a club that has higher volume? Like, that would suck.
I don't know how they would track that.
Because honestly, I've heard that some pay-per-views could cost as much as $10,000, $15,000.
Yeah, it depends on how many screens you have, what your capacity is. I think it's some sort of equation between the two. Wait a second. This whole thing is fucked up now that
What's
I'm
going
looking
on?
at it.
Was it like that from the beginning of the episode?
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Yo, wait, hold on.
You work on that. I'm going to check in with Mixcloud. What up to Justino Santiago? Shout out to Shane Decker. What's good? What's good, guys? So we do got people right now watching on Mixcloud.
Is Mixcloud still up?
Yeah, they're up. We got 40 people in the room right now. Nice. What up? Shout out to y'all. Feel free to chime in if you have any opinion on what we're talking about. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you're watching at home on YouTube, drop a comment below, hit the thumbs up button, or hit the thumbs down button if you're a hater. So we can. I wish you could track who puts the thumbs down. Because let me tell you something. You can?
I assume that you could. I don't know.
You didn't used to, because I remember I used to upload like remixes I would work on and shit, and I'd like get like 20 likes or something on it. I'd be like, fuck yeah. And then I get like 1 thumbs down, and I'm like, who the fuck is this that just threw his thumbs? Like, just keep your comment to yourself. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. You know what I'm saying?
This is the internet, dog.
This is the internet.
This is the internet.
Shout out to Justino in Chi-Town. Hey, that's our hometown. What's up, baby? Chicago here. This guy's wearing a Houston hat, but that's where we're at now.
You know, it's hard to find anything other than Houston things in Houston. Like when I'm shopping for clothes and things.
That's
you
facts.
know? Like I'm at the store and this is what they're selling.
Yeah.
Maybe they have one Bulls hat or something, but back home they got a fucking unlimited supply of Chicago shit.
And I never really thought about it like that. I was just like, well, we got the best teams in the world, so of course this is what you're going to carry. You know what I'm saying? The Sox, the Cubs, the Bears. Like, what other teams are there?
You love the Cubs.
I hate the Cubs.
And
but
Cubs fans.
The thing I hate more than the Cubs themselves is the fans. And my family, they're Cubs fans. You know what I'm saying?
So you hate them.
I don't like going to games with them. I don't even like going to games at all, for one, okay? But I've never gone to a Cubs game and been like, yo, that was a good fucking time. It's always like I fucking put a cigarette in my mouth backwards because I was so drunk I was about to throw up on myself. And now I have third-degree burn on my lip that looks like a herpes.
To get that drunk at a ballpark, it's
expensive.
It's like $1,500.
It's expensive. But I can't sit through a Cubs game sober. And I don't think anybody can. Like, who goes to a Cubs game? The amount of actual fans that go to Cubs games, I got to assume it's few and far between. It's mainly white girls who move to the city from the suburbs who really just want something to do in their friendly little neighborhood of Wrigleyville. So they go to the ballpark and they take some fucking selfies and, I don't know, suck on a fucking hot dog or whatever they do and get wasted.
Yeah, it checks out.
That's about all there is, right? But I feel like if you go to a Sox game, right? And again, I've only been to a few because I'm not a big ball fan. You know what I'm saying? Of any sport. Okay? You like it's a nicer stadium, you know what I'm saying? It's newer. You know what I'm saying? They got better food, they got restaurants. Yeah, it's newer.
I don't really know. I can't really weigh in here. I don't
You've never been to a Sox game?
I don't know that I've ever been to a Sox game, to tell you the truth. I've definitely been to a Cubs game, not my favorite. Baseball is just
It's pretty boring.
Unbearably boring.
Yeah.
It's what are we doing?
Have you ever been to the Madhouse on Madison?
I've been to a couple Bulls games. Didn't we go to a Bulls game once more recently?
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like it's been a while, but I could also block that out of my memory because as much as I enjoy the Bulls, if it's not a championship game, I'm really not.
You know what's a good sport to watch is hockey.
Hockey, yes. They beat the shit out of each other. That always gets. I mean, if we had more fights in baseball games, I feel like I would be more intrigued to go.
All the other sports are coming down on their physical, you know, their repercussions for fighting are way higher than they used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get like a big penalty, right? Because it's like giving a bad name to the league. Let me tell you something. That's got to be helping ratings, though, when there's a fight. Because the only time I ever pay any attention is when they show the highlights and you see, like, all the fucking baseball players rush the fucking rush from the bullpen and go in there and beat the shit out of the whoever the fuck, the pitcher, whoever did the damage in the first place. Yeah. That's the only time I really want to see a baseball game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me as well. Baseball is just boring. I mean, I heard someone talking about baseball the other day, and they were like, most people that watch baseball are like autistic people with their headphones on, like, you know, taking notes, doing stats. Like, it's who wants to do that?
Yeah. Maybe if you're an accountant, you might be big into going to ballparks, but not for DJs. Not for us. We sleep during the day. That's what we do.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been getting great sleep lately.
Let's talk about it. What's wrong? What's on your heart?
I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, I'm looking for love, so there's that.
I mean, when you have someone to cuddle up with, it makes it easier to sleep. Maybe you should get a weighted blanket.
Does that really make it easier to sleep? I feel like that makes it 10 times harder to sleep.
No, it makes it harder.
Like when I'm married, I'm having my own bedroom 100% without a doubt. There's going to be, we could snuggle in my room if you want, but then when,
you gotta leave my room
after a certain amount of time, when there's all the rustling and we're both uncomfortable, like, bitch, go in your room.
Nah, not for me. I gotta have something to prop my leg up on. Like, I have to, like, sleep with my leg on my girlfriend. She hates it, but I pay the rent. So
basically, she is a prisoner of you in your own home.
You know, now that you say it like that.
I mean, you just said she hates it, but you pay the rent. There's nothing she could do.
I mean, she has an option. But you know, when you say it, the dots start connecting.
That's what I heard.
That's a little scary. What do you got here for topics?
You know me.
Rapunzel and her tower.
It's just the usual suspects over here. Some fucking dumb cunt bitch. I need to really let.
Tell us how you really feel.
I need to really let this one out because this is the type of shit that happens to me that, like, I then have to step back from the entire situation itself and look at it and say, like, did I smoke methamphetamines this morning? And I'm not realizing that reality is shifting in a way that I'm not used to. You know what I mean? And like, what universe am I in? Like, I have to ask myself these questions when these things happen to me. I'm talking to a girl on Instagram.
Okay.
I think, you know, she posted some thirst trap story. I replied to it as something about like her titties or something. I don't know. She had sticky titties. I don't fucking know. I said pics or it didn't happen, right? Like, send me a picture I want to see. She replied, link in bio.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Oh, this is 2021.
It's 2021. I enjoy OnlyFans. I enjoy the platform of OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. And I support women that have OnlyFans because I myself have a comparable situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I go into her bio. I subscribe to her page. I'm checking it out. It's decent. decent, couple nipples. You know what I'm saying? There was a soap sudded pussy lip pic where you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You kind of gotta. It's like a magic eye photo.
You zoom in a little bit, and
Yeah.
you can kind of like, okay, I think that's a pussy lip.
You can make it out through the suds.
For sure.
There was one of those. So, it's cool. But then I'm talking to her, and I was like, I said, yo, we should do a promo. Like, send me a picture, a nude that I could put on my Patreon, and I'll tell my people, yo, this girl's fucking sexy. If you like what you see, go subscribe to her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's standard procedure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she said, no nudes for free. And this just really, it irks me so bad because these bitches are so blatantly retarded. Like, do you understand that concept? Like, I'm trying to help you. Granted, you're helping me as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
your nude is content from my page.
One hand washing another.
Exactly.
You know what you should have done?
What?
You should have sent her the Elon Musk quote.
Well, it's like that mindset is like a basketball player going to tryouts for the NBA, and the coach is like, all right, let's go. Like, show me what you got. And he's like, nah, fool. Like, I only shoot free throws for money.
It's like Lil
I'll show
Wayne.
you what I got when you pay me.
It's like Lil Wayne when he got approached in South Beach, and it was like, yo, I want to battle. And he was like, I don't rap for free. It makes a little bit more sense for Lil Wayne. But
no, because Lil Wayne has nothing to gain from that. What does Lil Wayne have to gain from battling some fucking no-name on the street? There's something to gain here. When you're trying out for the NBA, if you do well, you then move on and you make more money, and there's something to gain.
So in this case, she's the no-name on the street.
When we do a promo and you send me something for me to post, and then the people that I'm promoting to go to your page, and now you're making more money. There's something there. You know what I mean? And this girl, she said that, and I was like, okay, we're dealing with another fucking retard. Fine, whatever. Nothing new to me, right? And then she continues to say, I don't have nudes on my page. And I was like, bitch, I'm on your page right now. I already subscribed. Yeah, I'm like, I see your titties. And then she goes, oh, when I say nudes, I don't mean like titties. I'm talking like pussy. And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing your fucking pussy lips through the soap suds here.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you subscribed? I said, yeah, bitch. Like, what? And then it was like lie after lie. And like in the weirdest way, like trying to tell me that she doesn't have nudes on there when I was like, I'm already on there. And she's like lying. I was like, that's the kind of shit where I don't even understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Really.
She's really just lying to herself. Is what it is.
She's definitely lying to herself.
Because, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And in this case, the pudding is her vagina.
The proof is in the fact that I don't know that the world is ever going to be what it used to.
Oh, I've come to grasp with that.
I can't come to grips with that. I can't. I feel like I'm relearning how to live life. I'm 31 years old now. And for the past 31 years, I've been accumulating all these, lessons and knowledge and failures and all this, everything that happens in life. And it is now nothing applies anymore. I have to relearn everything that I thought I used to know.
I feel you on that.
Does that make sense?
But is it possible that it's because you're dealing with a new generation of humans
that's very
that have a different reality, and their life lessons have been learned through the internet as opposed to the way we grew up
in real life?
In real life, it is. I mean, in a way, everything that's in this phone is an alternate reality. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And the rules that apply to the internet, we already know don't apply to real life. In real life, a troll's not going to come up to you. I mean, they might, but
no,
most likely a
0%.
troll's not going to come up to you and say, that sucked. You should kill yourself. You know what I'm saying?
No shot. No one who would say that on the internet would say that in real life.
That's facts.
Because anyone who would say that in real life, I'm not saying that there's people that wouldn't. There are people that would, but they wouldn't say it on the internet.
That's right. You're right. It's almost like a flip. It's a way for people to live like a pretend reality.
It's 100%. It's a fucking virtual reality.
And I think these women are living, they're so caught up in that virtual reality lie that she's communicating with you with her real self or her real self that doesn't post nudes, while you're looking at her alternate reality self that does post nudes.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to distinguish the two. Either you're texting in virtual reality world or you're texting in human world. But this is making my head burn. I feel like I'm on Rick and Morty. I don't know what's happening.
It's honestly, that's exactly what it is. It's fucking insanity. It's insanity. I mean, it's the same concept as the meme that you posted today.
Yeah. The Twilight Zone. We are living in the fucking Twilight Zone. And in the 60s, everybody was like, wow, this show's crazy. Could you imagine a world like that? We're in it. We're fucking knee deep in it.
Welcome. We've been expecting.
But think about it. If tomorrow they were to get rid of all phones, right? It wouldn't change anything.
I would have the best. I would have a celebratory cry. I would have tears of joy. It would change everything.
But you could unplug from the matrix
everything
of social media at any time. You have free will.
Yes.
So,
but I mean, that is much easier said than done. A, and B, I could do that and I would be fine. But then I would still interact with people that have not done that.
Yeah.
And they're not fine.
You know what you could do?
Hit me.
Move to an Amish settlement.
Bro, I have daydreams of going off the grid. Every day.
Going off the grid would be dope. But here's my thing. If I went off the grid, I would want it to be like it was in the 90s. Obviously, we can have some technology still, but like, I was thinking about this the other day because somebody posted a fucking meme, again, in the internet world. And it was like, remember back in the 90s, and I'm 36 years old, so I can remember the 90s, right? When we didn't have internet, and all we would do on the weekends is just sit around on the stoop and like kick shit and laugh about stuff. Like, when was the last time, even us, just sat around and, well, as an adult, it's a little harder because you can't just sit around and do nothing. You have to be on some sort of grind. But like, you don't need the internet to entertain you, right? It's a vice, but everyone has become so glued to it that like we wouldn't even, like you said, if you went off the grid, there'd be no one to enjoy it with because everyone's still, when you go through a store, everyone's still in their phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think we realize how much people are on their phones. I mean, when we shot the prank video today at the mall, I was thinking about this. I was like, because I had a bird's eye view. I was filming it from the second floor, and I was like, almost everyone that's walking by has a phone in their hand, like they're looking at their phone. Like as you walked up to them, they didn't even necessarily know that you were walking up. And I guess that's something that happens all the time, but we don't really think about it. But it just dawned on me when I was up there, and it's like, what would you even do if you didn't have your phone to look at when you're walking around alone? Like,
you would have to fucking live with your own thoughts.
And I don't think people are ready for that.
People are not ready for that. Your own thoughts are a little scary. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
your own thoughts are maybe the scariest place there is, and that's why people like to escape it by getting on their phone.
But which came first, the chicken or the egg? Are the thoughts in our heads fucked up because of the shit that we feed them?
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, I think the thoughts came first. The shit that we're feeding them is making them stronger. Is steroids. Making them worse.
Okay, I could agree with that for sure.
Because
I mean, your search query that comes up on Google is a product of your searches, right? And it ties into Facebook, and kind of like how they say, whatever comes up on your feed is kind of related to things that you watch, right? That's what how the algorithms work. Whatever you watch, so you kind of feed into your own world. So if you really are into the politics shit and you're constantly liking and commenting on political shit, it's gonna feed you more political shit, and then you just become in this fucking whirlwind of just toxic political bullshit.
Yeah.
Or if you're into fucking asses, I'm sure you're gonna see a lot more booty pics on your timeline.
It's gonna be toxic political asses.
I want to be in the old world where you just walk down the street and you see a fucking unrelated billboard. You know what I was thinking also? Sorry to interrupt you. When it comes to music, because this thing plays into music too. All right, so I recently found an old cache on an old hard drive that I've been looking for the better half of a year since my computer had gotten stolen and I was trying to find all my old files. This one didn't make it to one of the backups, but it was in my old computer. So anyways, find the hard drive that's on. It's a fucked up hard drive. I had to put it in the freezer to make it work again. That's a whole nother story.
No, you didn't.
That's a thing. You didn't know that?
No.
That's 100% a thing. On the old hard drives, you have to freeze. You have to put them in the freezer for like 12 hours, and then you can use them, but only for like
Only while they're frozen?
only while it's thawing out. Once it's thawed out, it doesn't work again.
Stop.
Yeah, it's a thing because like I think, as I understand,
You're fucking lying.
the old hard drives, they had like coils in them, and the coil once it burned up or got crashed for whatever reason, the heat from it would warp the coil, and so once it freezes, it puts it back into place so it can actually access the files. But then once it thaws out, it goes back into the warp state.
So while you were in this hard drive, did it thaw out and stop working?
Yeah, I had to freeze it like 3 times to get all the files out, but I got them out. They're in my computer now. So, anyways, what these files are, all right, is radio promo from 94 to like 2006, okay? Now, the company that used to make these promo CDs, they would send them out to radio stations and DJs to promote new music, right? So that's how labels would get their music out back in the day, record pools. But this is a digital source, so they would go on CDs. Now, the CDs weren't designed to last long because the copyrights on the music that they would give to this company to promote these albums was had like a shelf life. So even the company that made these promotional CDs doesn't own the copyright. So there was no way to get them. So it was a big deal for me to find them because I don't know anybody else who has the cachet from the years that I had it. And there's no torrent I could ever find that had them.
Yeah.
So anyways, my point is I was listening to them and I was like hearing all this music that at the time, right, if I would have been looking for music, if I had access to any music I wanted, I probably would have had a much smaller scope of music. But because you were forced to listen to music on the radio, you had to listen to all those R&B songs maybe that you didn't really care for that much when you were younger. But when you hear it now, the nostalgia makes it be like, holy fuck, I love this. The reason I bring it up is because what you were saying about how we said the algorithms feed you just the stuff you want. Before, when you had to listen to the radio in hopes that every fifth song would be that hip-hop song you wanted to hear, you had to listen to the R&B songs because they were merged on the
propaganda
label. So I think it made my ear have a wider scope than it would. And maybe that's why now all the music sounds the same, because everyone searches just for this one particular sound. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being fed a different kind of sound. And I feel like maybe that's what social media would be better is if we didn't just get the things that it knows we want. It would force us to expose ourselves to different sounds.
So you think that social media should
stop the algorithms?
Yeah, definitely stop the algorithms. I mean, it's not even a question in how much more it makes a platform fucking suck. Remember Snapchat when it was true timeline based? Like you would get whoever was the most recent person to post would be the first one you saw on your timeline.
Right.
And then it would just go in order like that.
Yeah.
And then they did the update that switched it to algorithm based because that's how these fucking social media platforms are able to monetize.
Yeah.
And it went straight to shit.
It did go to shit because
nobody fucking likes Snapchat. Snapchat's dead.
Yeah, I don't even use Snapchat at all anymore. What also fucked it up though is when that was the case, right? I'm thinking back to when you were doing all the send nude stuff, and I was there with you helping, film the content a lot. It made you want to post more content more often because you wanted to be at the top of that list as it comes up.
Yes.
Now that it doesn't work that way, I'm sure it probably affects a lot of the amount of content they're putting out because it's not as much as...
it doesn't matter now. There's no incentive to post consistently and all that. Instagram fucking sucks my dick now, dude.
It does. I mean...
It really fucking does.
It feels like how Facebook felt in the later days where it was like, someone needs to redo this because all these fucking spam posts that are in my comment section, auto-playing people's mixtapes, like it's just a cesspool. And that's kind of how, to a degree, how Facebook and Instagram feel now. Somebody needs to create a new platform. That's where we're at. Or just fucking delete them all and force us to go into fucking the old times.
Well, I think one of my boys was saying like the only way because social media is so fucked in the way that they have all the control over what you see, and they're going based off of, you know, rules and regulations that are created by higher up, you know, corporations. For instance, all the COVID shit, you know what I mean? You can't say one thing or your shit's going to get flagged or taken down. You know, what? 3-4 months ago, you couldn't say that the virus came from China. That was racist and insensitive, and you couldn't say that.
Right.
But now it's a proven fucking fact. So they now allow you to say that.
Right.
But when you weren't allowed to say that, it was based off of, you know, whoever the fuck, the World Health Organization or whatever the fuck.
They said that this is insensitive, and so they had their fact checkers, which were actually not checking the facts. They were pushing their own propaganda.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. It's a school bus that we're all trapped in that is constantly being overrun. Who controls the wheel? You know what I'm saying? The people originally controlled the wheels to our own fucking buses, but now we're just kind of trapped in, and whoever is in the position,
you just get fed what they want to fucking feed you.
because it's such a fucking pipeline to fucking manipulate people now.
Yo, we need fucking Joe Maz on here, dog. That's who we need.
He's
Joe
coming to town
Maz
soon, I believe.
Joe Maz is my fucking hero.
I only know of his posts. I mean, I've met him a few times at clubs, but I've never like talked with him.
I've never spoken with him like that, but not even like he's a big Trump guy. I'm not like a huge Trump guy. I don't like to go and he's like fully on one side. I'm not like a one side guy. I'm like, fuck
is he
everybody.
even like a
I do
Trump
my
guy?
own thing. Yeah,
I feel like he's just an anti.
He's huge Trump
Is he?
guy. Huge fucking. He's like hardcore, like right wing. But I respect the fuck out of him because, you know, our community, the DJ community, is kind of like fucking pussy liberal fucking cucks. And he caught a lot of fucking flack.
That's what I'm saying.
Over this whole shit.
To some degree, a lot of the people that aren't liberal cucks, right, are scared to say what they want because you don't want to fuck up your brand.
You just conform
and you don't want to like
blindly.
And you don't want a club to not book you because they don't agree with your political beliefs, which would be fucking retarded, but that's the world we live in. So Joe Maz really stepped out and said, fuck it. Like,
I respect it. I want to talk to him. I want to fucking.
He's still getting booked though.
I think he's getting more booked now because it's the same thing that we've always said, you know, he's not the only person that feels this way.
That's true.
Just because everybody conforms to pretend to be the other way, they're scared that if they say what they actually want, like this guy, they're not going to get gigs. They're not going to get this and that. But you're going to get the gigs from the people that respect what you're saying. You're going to get the gigs from the other side.
True. And I think, like you said, a lot of people maybe don't necessarily agree with the other side, we'll say, but they don't give a fuck enough to like argue it. They're like, yeah, I don't believe in mask mandates, but I also don't want to lose my gig, so I'm going to just shut up about it. And you have that small percentage who are so loud and boisterous about their side that even Steve says, Joe Maz is so prominent, nothing he says is going to hurt him. I mean, that's true. The guy makes fucking killer remixes, and any DJ has Joe Maz remixes. I guarantee, even if you're the hardest liberal motherfucker.
No, there's a bunch of guys that, like, you know, they deleted it publicly.
Did they delete it?
They're on their Snapchat. Yo, fuck this guy.
You're a
bro.
retard.
I'm gonna delete my Joe Maz.
You're a retard. Because I didn't even delete R. Kelly's shit when he got convicted of what he got convicted of. So don't fucking delete someone's music based on their political beliefs. If that's the case, then you're a fucking lame.
I definitely saw some of that for sure. But that's standard. I mean, that's what you get on the internet. You
That's
get a bunch
true.
of fucking cocksuckers. It always comes to this, and I'm
because
sorry.
we're broadcasting through the internet, so it's gonna get brung up.
It's so
let's get off it for a
hard
second
to stay away from. Let's do some here. I feel like we need to have a segment in the show where we do a little confession.
Okay,
You know,
I'm up for it.
It's like, I don't know. I have one, obviously, because I was thinking about this. I don't know if you have anything on the top of your mind, so I kind of want to give you a minute to think about it. But it's like any little thing, even like the smallest, dumbest thing where you're like, I know I'm doing something wrong, but like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But you still think about it. It's still, kind of hurts you to do it. You're like, I know it's bad, but I'm going to do it. Like my shit, when I get on
talking DJ wise or just
anything. Okay. When I get on a fucking Southwest flight, I always get the pre-board and tell them that I have, some sort of something that makes me need the pre-board.
Wow.
And I feel like I'm rightfully doing it because fuck Southwest.
Yeah.
They're fucking scumbags that sit me next to, they pack their fucking plane in. They don't have any fucking good customer service. All their fucking flight attendants are mask wearing fucking cunt nuggets. I get my fucking pre-board because fuck you.
All right. I'll admit, well, it's kind of along the same lines. When I go to take a shit in the restroom, I'm always going for the handicap stall.
Yes.
Just because it's bigger.
That's a good one.
Maybe I'm a piece of shit, okay? And I fear the day that I see those fucking wheels go rolling up to the door to check. But there's really no reason, right? There's enough room in the stall next to me, but I don't know. Maybe I might want to stretch out.
Who wants to be naked in a public space with your pants at your ankles, shitting, which is like, it's just like a humiliating thing, but and you're stuffed in like this.
Yeah.
Like who wants that when you have the option of this glorious stall that might even have its own sink?
That's what I was going to say. Some of them have their own sink. How great is that? I mean, you could wash your hands and go back to shitting if you wanted. Shit, I might even just camp in there for a little bit if I'm waiting on a flight for like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit out there and wear a mask. I could sit in here, fucking take a shit, look at my timeline, wash my hands, jerk off. Who knows? I don't know. The possibilities are endless in a handicap stall. That's all I'm saying.
You know that's an episode of Curb.
I believe I have seen that. Because I when I said I fear the chair rolling up, I picture that having happened. So that's probably where I saw it. But it's so true.
Amazing.
And if you don't shit in a handicap stall, you're probably a better person than me. But fuck you.
You shit in a handicap stall. If you don't, you're fucking lying.
Yeah, or you're fucking playing yourself. Because
blow me.
I mean, the amount of handicap. And let me be honest. If I'm having a 30-minute chill session in the shitter and a handicap person rolls up, I'm gonna get out of there. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right?
Are you gonna? Because I'm kind of nervous. I might. You
don't want to look him in the eye. Yeah, I might walk out with a limp. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me.
Army crawl out.
I left my wheelchair at home. No, I mean, and here's the other thing, right? If I'm taking a shit in a handicap stall, okay. If I'm taking a shit in any stall, right? I have a procedure, okay, and it's necessary. But it's pretty disgusting. When I go in there, I got to wipe down all the piss off the seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you can't lay toilet paper on a fucking wet seat. It's going to go right through it, and it's going to fill on your ass, and then you got to go get fucking...
What's worse than sitting on a toilet seat and feeling that wetness?
Oh, God.
That maybe that spot that
you know what's
missed.
Worse? There's one thing worse than that. If there's any more viewers watching after this disgusting topic, have you ever been taking a shit, right?
And
flushes? No. And your dick is like hanging and it like touches the front of the seat. You look down and you're like, that's the one spot I didn't wipe. No, there's someone's piss is on my dick.
You automatically think you have AIDS?
Yes.
Automatic. You're like 100%.
You're like, I caught it. And then you're Googling it while you're sitting there. Yes. Can you catch AIDS from pee on a seat? Yeah. So on that topic, if I'm cleaning up a bathroom, I'm going to use the nice bathroom.
I've been there 100%. And also to take this one step further even, not only do I wipe the seat down, then you lay the toilet paper on, and you know that you have to lay it in the proper order because if you hit the back and then you try and hit the side, the side paper might pull the back paper in.
And then you feel that one cold piece of fucking shit. You're like, damn.
Or it just falls in, and then you have to restart. Like you got to hit the back, then you hit the little piece over the front, then you hit the side. And if it's an automatic flusher, I take a piece of fucking toilet paper, I fold it over so it's a little bit thicker, I spit on it.
Whoa.
And I stick it over the flusher so that it won't go off while I'm shitting.
This is a masterclass right here. Okay,
you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
What's worse than a toilet?
Spit is like an adhesive.
What's worse than a toilet flushing when you're sitting on it and the fucking water's coming up into your asshole?
Yeah. Like an unintentional bidet. Yeah, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I got to make sure that it doesn't fucking flush on me.
I mean, these are the cold hard facts, people. We're bringing it to you live and raw.
Confessions.
I like that.
But yeah, do you ever feel like when you have 2 gigs as a working DJ, normally on like a Sunday, you do a brunch spot and then you go and do your night spot. You have 2 flyers to promote. Everyone knows you got 2 gigs, especially the people that know that you're going somewhere after. You ever feel like they're trying to fucking kill you and sabotage your next gig?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? They're like,
You're like,
I'm
why
going to
do we-
send this guy over there fucked up. He's not even going to be able to DJ. Shots.
And then you're like, the first one, you're like, all right, I'll do a shot with you. You know what I'm saying? And then by the third one, you're like, fuck it, I'll do another shot. And then next thing you're like, how many shots have I done? I got another 4 hours of DJing?
Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to do that right now? Yeah, I know exactly that feeling. And I think you're 100% right.
I think a lot of times it comes from that first place being a fucking asshole, the entertainment director or the manager or whoever's booking you and knows you're going to the next spot, who's like a little bit kind of salty that you took 2 gigs, and they're like, I'm going to fucking show this guy.
There's a place that comes to mind when you say that, but we
I'm
won't say it.
I'm thinking of a very specific place, actually.
I know the place. I was going to use it as a promotion that I'll be there soon, but we'll leave it up to you to figure out. No, I don't know if it's them, and it could be.
It's them.
I don't know.
No, yeah, it's them. I know that.
But I think I don't think it's like a real set. I'm trying to feel like, I feel like we've done that to someone though. At another place.
I mean, Jesse Seeley is the poster child for that.
Yeah.
You know that,
But the manager was the one that would get it, not us.
The manager knows. He's like, I know that Jesse has 3 more gigs after this. I'm going to be the one that fucks him up and ruins it for everyone.
Yeah. I get, yeah. Damn, Jesse. Jesse is like, he's like Jesus for DJs. He took that upon him so we wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah. Shouts to Jesse Seeley.
Shout out to Jesse Seeley.
He was on here, last month or whatever. And then someone commented on the YouTube video of his video and they were like, damn, I'm so glad that I now know the Jesse Seeley that you guys always refer to.
Who said that?
Someone on YouTube. I was like, I'm glad that I got to see Jesse Seeley that you always refer to. I don't know where
I don't know.
no
I
idea.
haven't seen that Jesse in a while. But then again, I only see Jesse.
No, I think they were just saying like just to be able to watch Jesse on here, because we say like we talk about Jesse this and that, and then he was able to see him on an episode. He was like, I'm glad I got to experience
the real. Wait, was he drinking or no?
No, but
he was just being
he's
himself.
a little bit of a wild boy.
He's a wild boy. He says what's on his mind. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This is the platform for it, for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of great DJs, there's definitely a shortage of good ones. There's a shortage, just like there's a fucking shortage of employees right now for any fucking place.
I feel like a lot of the quality DJs, right, when COVID came and gave them probably more. Okay, can I get real for a moment?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. When we talk about quality DJs, right, the ones that come to my mind aren't necessarily the ones that are quality in a platform like we use, where like they can just DJ well, right? I'm thinking about like the people that I look up to, and I don't want to drop any names because I don't want you to think that I'm talking about them, right? But like the people that maybe are more like artistic with the DJ and more eclectic DJ sets, right?
Like someone who's like a true, tried and true, like I DJ and I play the music I want.
Yeah.
And I don't conform to nightclubs and management and all that.
And their mixing is on point. Their scratching is on point. All that's on point. Even their music selection is dope, right? Because it's like quality. It's not just the same thing you're always hearing. And it's like, oh, this is cool. This is different. It's refreshing, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of those DJs don't make that much money because I know the places they're playing. And not that they don't deserve the money, but those places maybe
they don't sell out.
Yeah,
because that's like their whole thing.
Exactly.
They would probably even tell you that. They would say, I won't DJ. I don't want to DJ at a nightclub for more money because I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to play music that I don't want to play. I'm not a sellout.
So I think those DJs, some of them, right, when COVID came and they were able to maybe petition for unemployment or something like that, they might have even gotten more money through unemployment than they were making it as DJs. Okay. So then now for them to go back into the DJ world, right, and then go back to fighting over gigs that are maybe paying, I don't want to say a dollar figure, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, $150 or maybe they make more. I don't know. That's just the thing that comes to mind when I think of it. Could be more, could be less, but just for sake of argument, let's say 150. They're like, well, why do I want to get off unemployment to do 2 or 3 gigs a week at $150 when I'm making $900 now, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like some of those DJs are gone. So now you have an influx of maybe new DJs that aren't good, that are like, well, this fucking bar in this hipster part of town needs a DJ, so I'm gonna go DJ there and fucking not attempt to learn how to DJ because I just want to go there and drink IPAs for free.
You want to be the next fucking Virgil Abloh. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And
he's not a DJ, he's a selector.
Yeah, okay. So what the fuck? I am a selector on my Spotify.
Fuck that.
What's the difference, right? Like but the guy's shit's fucking gold. I mean, you got to give it to him.
He doesn't do nothing. I feel like what you're saying is true for sure. And I think that it plays into it, but there's just nobody, as far as I can tell, and I've been talking to a lot of people, in Houston, because obviously I'm not from here, so I'm trying to tap into the market through the other working DJs that I know. I'm like, yo, you got anyone that's like next up, or like, someone who is hungry, who wants to be a DJ? There's nobody out there, dog. There's nobody with a good work ethic who respects the game and understands and wants to learn. Like, there's your fucking party boys that want to just DJ to have a good time and drink alcohol and be the dude on stage. And that's all fine and dandy, but that's not what I like. Like when I need someone to DJ who I want to be able to take over potentially for me at a certain point, like that's something that I'm thinking about. Yo, I want to get someone in here so that I can move to here and fill this slot that I'm leaving with someone good and respectful and who understands the game and all that.
Yeah.
They're not out here, dog.
Work ethic is gone, but it's not just in DJing. I mean, shit. I see this like for car parts when I'm buying car parts, like at the chrome platers. We were talking about this earlier. I was talking about chrome platers. The same thing is like they can't get out the product because they can't get workers, and the workers that they get don't have any work ethic. But I think it goes full circle back to the technology thing. Is like it's very rare to find someone who wants to actually do a physical job, because like everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to be TikTok famous.
And that's fucking fine, but understand that you have to put in the work. No matter what the fuck you want to be, you have to put in some kind of work to get there. Yeah. No one's just going to you're not just going to one day make it. Where does that come from? Who taught that lesson?
Well, you know what? Here's another thing. A harsh reality that we have to take into consideration is that we are the older generation now, right?
We are definitely the older generation. So from the shit that I'm seeing nowadays, I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
We are the older generation.
It's like making me want to get out of the game faster than I even should be, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I can see that. But
this thing is going to implode.
It's going to implode, for sure. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's what you got to take into consideration. When we were getting in the game, when we were in our early 20s or even late teens and we wanted to be DJs, there was a big influx of people who wanted to be DJs. So like everybody was like, no one wants to be a doctor anymore because everybody wants to be a DJ, blah, 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 blah. And now we're saying nobody wants to be a DJ anymore. Oh, yeah. I remember memes back in the day that was like the guy's on a plane and he's like, somebody's choking and the dad's like, I wish there was a doctor on the plane. But my son is a DJ. If anybody needs music, you know what I'm saying? Like to say the person. But it's kind of the same thing because there was a lot of DJs. And the idea of our generation was I'm not going to go to college for fucking 8 years to get out and get a $50K a year job. You know what I'm saying? Work my way up the ladder. I'll go fucking become a DJ, do what I want for a living. You know what I'm saying? But we were DJs with work ethic. And now it's become, it's kind of perpetuated off of that like, no one has work ethic anymore. But like I say DJs because that's what I was doing. But I mean, I'm sure there were other jobs. Like people didn't want to go into corporate. They wanted to do their own startup or make an app. You know what I'm saying? Which still required some sort of work, right?
Anything requires work. That's what I don't understand. I don't care what you want to do. You want to be a fucking doctor? You want to be a DJ? You want to be a fucking janitor that gets paid more than the other janitors?
Right.
It requires work.
Well, no one wants to do work anymore.
What do they want? What are we doing?
Staring at our phones.
We're just here. Everyone's on the internet trying to make a name for themselves, and that's it.
Everyone's an influencer.
They see the fucking Suns and 4 guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, which one's that?
The fucking Suns fan that beat the shit out of the Denver fan and got famous.
I didn't see that.
You definitely
I
saw
probably saw it.
The guy in the Suns jersey that was Suns and 4, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
After
Wait, he got famous from that?
Bro, he's got like 100,000 Instagram followers now.
So what's he just go around saying?
He was booked at Riot House to host the night at Riot House.
For beating the shit out of somebody?
For beating the shit out of somebody publicly. And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
And you know what the best part is? I looked at his page recently, and he did what any other like influencer or like someone who's trying to gain fame on the internet would do. He got a couple followers, and then he starts giving away fucking sandwiches to homeless people. He like, give back, share this.
Didn't you get famous from beating the fuck out of somebody? How about going and paying that kid's medical bills?
Oh my
You know what I'm saying?
God, dude, where are we? Where are we? Seriously, where the fuck am I right now? I swear to God, I think I don't know where I'm at anymore.
We're in a world of cloud chasing.
I really don't know.
That's
where
the
I
only
am.
stories I see too. It's like I saw some guy in LA who like that's all he does is give away food. And that's all he does. Like that's his job. His job I think his job is like teaching people how to farm in the city in Los Angeles, but like his real job is giving away food that people donate money to his Patreon, and then he gives away food.
Is that
That's
bad?
it. No, but I'm just saying, like, that's all he does. Wait a minute. Hold up. Spin move. He probably keeps some of that money that people donate for him to fucking give away food.
Yeah. How else do you think he pays his rent for the fucking greenhouse that he's growing potatoes in? I mean, what's going on? Where the fuck am I, bro? Where the fuck am I? Seriously, somebody tell me in the comments somewhere.
Well,
where
I mean,
the fuck am
to
I?
the people in the comments,
Where
we're
the
in
fuck
the internet.
am I that I have to fucking search to find somebody to fucking DJ? Somebody who wants to put in the work to get paid to play music and drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? To just fucking put in the effort to be able to understand how to do this and respect the game and how to come up and fucking all this shit it should be something that
It doesn't seem like it's a lot to ask.
it doesn't seem like it's a lot to ask. It seems like, I don't know, I fucking did it. I had way more fun doing that than I am right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming up was the most fun ever.
The
And then
grind is it's like they say, it's not about the fucking actual winner of the race. It's about the race itself. And that's what life is, man. I mean, you work towards a goal, but once you get the goal, it doesn't fucking change your world. Like,
it makes it worse, bro. Like, what do you like? What? Okay, you win the race, and now what? Now you either just bask in the glory. I mean, that's what fucking Houston is, honestly. Every fucking buddy that I talk to in Houston has to go into their fucking archive in their phone and start pulling up old flyers or whatever and telling me stories about who they are. They're all fucking high school heroes. This is what I did. And I'm like, all right, but what are you doing? I see what you did. Now that you had to tell me, you didn't even do enough for me to know it on my own. You had to fucking tell me. But what are you doing now? You're just basking in the glory of what you did? Like, this fucking cocksucker comes up to me, drunk motherfucker at the club, and he's like, bro, I'm in real estate, bro. You know me. Like, I deal in land, dog, this and that. Pulls up his phone. He's like, hey, you see this spot right here? I'm about to buy this. Hey, I'm going to show you the contract. Shows me the contract. I'm like, what do you do? I'm fucking playing Shakira songs right now. What the fuck are you doing in my DJ booth showing me your fucking real estate contract because you have such a small fucking dick that you had to come up here and flex on somebody? Like, and it's not even fucking real. If you're really doing shit, you're doing shit. You're not showing somebody what you did.
I think I know the exact person you're talking about.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Does he have a mean karate kick?
He's got a fucking mean karate kick. And he's a nice enough guy, but it's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What is happening? Where am I? Seriously.
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for Club Killers for having us. I don't know. We might be back. We might kill ourselves.
I'm going to fucking suicide bomb a fucking...
Chill. Everything that goes on the internet stays on the internet.
Good. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Something happened. There's nothing happening right now. Something happened. I feel like I have a better time in jail, in fucking prison, with people that really did shit. They're fucking there because they did something. They're not on the streets telling people what they want to do.
You want to talk about people living their old life. People in prison are probably the worst at that.
Jesus fucking
Everyone
Christ.
has a story. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. I'm worked up.
I feel like the people might...
I'm sweating, bro.
You're-
Where am I? I still don't know. Where the fuck am I?
All right, so last on here we got somebody paid Kanye. What? I can't read your hand.
Put your tin hat on. Put your fucking tinfoil hat on, my boy.
The people already know how I feel about.
If you don't think that George Soros paid Kanye a nice sum of money to fucking stir up some controversy about his next album that's coming out in 48 hours, Hove just recorded his verse at 4 p.m. Everybody, it's happening.
No album. That's typical Kanye.
Where the fuck is Kanye now? When that was all happening, everyone was fucking Kanye this, Kanye that, where they're on fucking Apple Music, refreshing, waiting for his album to come out. George Soros was he was in Iraq stealing fucking oil money. I don't know. Someone paid Kanye for the Kansas City Shuffle so that he'd make everyone who's connected and glued to the fucking internet, who can't get off it, only focus on this, so he was over here doing that. That's what the fuck happened. That's where we're at.
Thank you for tuning into Strategy's Meltdown. I mean, honestly, fuck Kanye. I mean this now. And listen, I was always the biggest Kanye fan. I rode the ship till it sank. But the last 3 albums have been fucking garbage. And if you say they're not garbage, you're a cuck.
His last 3 albums have been complete trash.
The fucking Kid Cudi thing was inaudible. I couldn't listen to it. It was fucking terrible. The Jesus one, I'm a Christian, but that was trash. No disrespect to Jesus. And even the fucking one he recorded in the mountains of Nebraska. Trash. Okay, maybe I had like one halfway decent hook somewhere in there. I couldn't even remember. But it's trash. And this next album, from what I've heard of the leaks, it's trash. Don't drop it. I hope he never fucking drops another album. I don't wish any ill fortune on him, but I just hope he dies. Doesn't ever put out anything else, because all it's doing is watering down his name worse. Let me tell you something. I've said this before. I believe that Tupac or Biggie, if they were still alive, would be making trash music too. You can't be great forever. Kanye, fucking quit. You can want to make music for yourself, do it. And that's what he said. Everybody's like, he loves his music, he's making it for him, and that's great that he only cares about himself. Not in a fucking world where you make music for people. If you want to make music for yourself, then don't put it out on a platform. Don't promote it. Don't fucking go live in a stadium for a week walking around in a ski mask and red jumpsuit. Like, are you that fucking desperate for attention?
Where are we?
Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm going to fuck off.
Where am I? Honestly, where am I? We are living through the wildest shit that has ever happened in the entire world, and Kanye West is living in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, recording in the locker room.
What? This isn't real. I refuse to believe it. I want out. This is not real. None of this is real. It can't be.
At some point, something's got to give, right? Where does this go? Where are we heading?
I need a drink.
Yo, next week, first of all, make sure you tune in next week. We have the Mr. Unimpressed.
Mr. Unimpressed.
Benjamin
Cutswell.
Anthony Cutswell joining us. And I think we should have some drinks. Because here's the thing.
It's been a while since we drank on the show.
I think we should. Show starts at 6. Have a couple drinks, and we'll just parlay it straight into the night. We got the fucking Raising the Stakes Wednesday. We got the whores at Bottle Blonde we could go hang out with for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we should have some drinks next week.
I'm down. We'll
Perfect.
be going in hot. I think maybe we should record a little bit later than normal. That way we can fuck. Because if I get wasted at 6 p.m.
Well, I don't want to get wasted. I think we should just have a couple responsible adult beverages.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do
That's
shots.
how that works.
We'll just pour up a couple glasses. Maybe even just to save yourself, we'll get one case of Claws or something. Something that we could run out and it'll be over.
The kid don't drink Claws.
What do you drink?
Tequila, baby.
Okay, we'll get some of Cactus Jack's.
No, fuck that.
Scott's
Yo,
shitty.
Cactus Jack, that cacti shit is trash. And if you're drinking it, it's only because you wish it was fucking Travis Scott's cum in your mouth.
You fucking think it's his cock every time you crack one open and stick it in your
That
mouth.
shit
You
is
fucking
disgusting.
coattail riding fucks.
It's disgusting. It tastes like horse piss. When we first had it, when Rectic brought it to the strip club, I didn't know that it was Travis Scott's drink until the stripper told me, "Oh, you must be a Cactus drink." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, I just thought this was like some agave fucking drink." It tastes like shit. It tastes like shit. And if you don't think it tastes like shit, your opinion is shit because that tastes like shit. And I'm not saying it as a hater. If he made a delicious alcohol like George Clooney's Casamigos,
Reposado.
I'm not hating on that. But Travis Scott, go back to the drawing boards because that shit is trash. Good night.
All right, we're done.